2, 1. All right. We are here, Kimchi Burger podcast with my friend, high school buddy Vincent Kim, rhythm game enthusiast, pump it up, sensei. How you feeling, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. How are you?
I mean, holding on, bro. Just trying to improve myself as much as I can, be as active and just one thing I learned from this pandemic was just all the stuff that I wanted to do, all the shit like podcasting, streaming, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm not gonna care about what's gonna happen because life's short. I don't want to live with regrets. And just thinking about how there were people who didn't make too many great life decisions or have health conditions, and now they feel like they're either trapped or desperately worried about their lives. Many people have lost their businesses, their savings, and we're all, trying to just get through it.
Yeah, just all just trying to push through this pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even know what next year has to offer for us on the table, so it's just really iffy
and we're just desperately waiting for that election, man.
Yeah,
one more month.
November is going to be a doozy. Apparently, we're a swing state this year too, and we're getting.
Oh yeah, we are definitely. We have. Yeah. Georgia has changed a lot from being a very mainly red state to being swingy because of how Atlanta and Gwinnett County has changed the voting environment of the state.
Yeah, we're getting more purple every year.
Yeah, brother.
Gotta go vote. I think today's the last day to register to vote.
Yes, I'm pretty sure October 5th.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I was unable to vote because I'm still in the process of becoming a U.S. citizen.
Ah, gotcha.
So I'm out. I'm just watching.
Right. I know I got to get my mom on board with that citizenship sometimes, and we just filled out her application. I just helped pay her application fees and stuff. So.
Oh God, dude, those application fees they're steep.
Yeah,
it was a lot of time and patience.
When I paid, and I hear they're gonna raise it up even more. So.
Well, that's also because of how a lot of people got furloughed in the USIC.
Right.
I just think this time has been pretty hard for a lot of immigrants.
Yeah.
My mother has been also struggling. She's trying to get her license and everything, but the DDS only takes appointments, and some of these appointments are a month later.
Oh yeah.
You have to wait a month.
Right. It's a hassle.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But how is the Pump It Up community so far? I haven't played Pump in years, but I still have very fond memories of it.
I mean, at least our local scene here in Georgia is holding up. Some of them have pads now to play at home, and some of them are carefully and safely going to arcades and kind of just thinking. I know some of them are still kind of I guess when the time comes for me to get a pad and stuff, and they're still not going to arcades because it's they're probably not still comfortable going in this environment.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I guess in the greater community, I guess everyone's still holding up.
All right.
Just kind of just playing by ear.
Get a little introduction for who you are, Vincent Kim.
Oh yeah, sure. My name is Vincent Kim. I don't know about how to spell my name, as as proven by the many times I would order food. I helped work on a Pump It Up Infinity. I'm obviously a Pump It Up player. I started off with DDR when I was a kid. And then my involvement with that actually led me to working on other games now. And we formed a sub-team. And now we're doing NOISZ. I'm repping the shirt right here for my team. It's a Rhythm Hell, Bullet Hell hybrid and stuff. And we're just making those games. We like making games. We like playing games. We just like the game.
I like that. So one thing about this podcast, that the guests that I choose, a lot of times I like to have people on who have some niche goals in life or are part of a community that not many people know about.
Right. Yeah, we're a pretty niche group.
I mean, you guys are gamers and nerds, but you're into something very active.
All this stuff. Yeah, who the heck goes out of their way to like go play a game, and then like if you're playing Sound Voltex, like you pay twice the credit just to get these fancy anime cards. It's just like,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah, yeah.
It's just
I
like,
mean, it's a very interesting like scene. Like a lot of people I feel have tried it at least once. You know, if
right.
you've been to a Dave and Buster's or maybe a Chuck E. Cheese or a bowling alley, you've probably tried the dancing like arcade game once or
Probably,
twice.
yeah. If you've been to any of the conventions with like those huge con arcades with those
Oh
machines
yeah, for
everywhere,
sure.
you definitely probably would have tried something
And you've
out.
seen like people like just all grouped up in lines, like
Lines and going
mhm.
in, hanging out, having fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it was very disappointing. Well, it was expected, but that MomoCon was canceled
Right.
for 2020,
Yeah.
and it was a very big blow to the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate scene as well.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because the last one was considered an S-class major,
Right.
which is the highest, like, biggest kind of major that's possible.
Yeah.
And there were some not great things about that tourney, uh, but you know, I was always like expecting to get better
Right.
the next year, you know, more funding, more people interested in the scene.
Yeah.
And I feel like that also applies to your community and your scene.
Yeah, as far as the national greater overall written game community goes, we had like a bunch of like majors and stuff ready. Like my friends at the Big Deal for Texas for March, and they had to
Mhm.
scrap that. And then there's Storm that I helped run with at CEO, and we had to scrap that obviously. And
Mhm.
and yeah, just a lot more events. Like even like local and small and big events. It's just all the in-person stuff is just a no go.
Yeah. Some like the should I call it rhythm like scene or
Nah,
like
just
DDR scene? Like
yeah, just
I don't
whatever.
yeah, like that scene is very similar to the fighting game community in my opinion because a lot of it does require in-person contact.
Right.
It's not like other video games where you can just be like at home and just have the best experience, you know?
Right.
Like you need to be around people because you're competing against other people, you
Yeah.
know? Like there's some hype like scene like moments when I see people playing Pump It Up or DDR competitively. Like we're not
Oh
just
yeah.
saying like for fun, like competitively. Like you're
Yeah.
just trying to see who messes up first. Because
Right.
literally it's not about who is better. It literally feels like who makes the first mistake.
Yeah.
And if that
It's
person can take that advantage and keep it
yeah.
going.
It's rhythm game tournaments, especially. Like it's all on you. If you
Oh,
mess
for
up, it's
sure.
all that pressure and stuff, and you're really building up.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of pressure and it's a
Yeah.
lot of activity. You know, it's cardio.
Yeah. The dance games are exhausting. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Oh, like the some of the fittest like gamers I've seen are from dancing game like
Oh yeah.
scenes. Like I remember in the Dave and Buster's that we used to go to like in high school and like early college
Yeah.
when I used to still play um with some other friends. There was this one guy who was a pretty high tier player. Like he could play like levels like 18, like solo,
Yeah.
but this guy never grabbed the bar. He never grabbed the bar.
Yeah. We got some
And
no
he's
bar
just
players,
and then
they just go
his calves are huge and
ham.
rock solid.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some people like that
Mhm.
going ham.
Some savages, some crazy people.
Yeah, and you got the freestylers too, just breaking out some real moves.
Oh yeah, and like some actual dancing, some
Yeah.
creativity.
You ever see a flip in real life and you're just like, whew.
I mean, I have seen some wipeouts too, bro. When people
Yeah.
try to freestyle,
Right.
like I saw this guy like actually land, and he landed incorrectly. He misstepped, and his foot went across the corner.
Oh yeah.
That led him to slip
Yeah.
and got hit in the testes, bro.
That's it right there.
You're
All the
sitting out
all the
for the rest of the
freestylers be
night.
risking their lives to put on a great show for us.
I mean, no, it's great though. It's that you're trying to take a risk. You're trying to be expressive. There's nothing wrong with that for
Yeah,
sure.
just play the game however you want.
Hmm. And like, but there is some kind of like excitement or I guess, you know, feeling of progression when you're getting to a point where people are actually stopping their like a day just to like watch you play or
Oh
watch
yeah.
you and your friends play. and they're like kind of amazed and surprised. They're like, wow, these guys are like gamers
on
slash
another
nerds.
level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're just different because they're it challenges the perspective that people have with gamers, and
Right.
that they're not physically active, that they just stay at home on their computer or
Yep.
play on their console, don't interact with other people. But this is different, you know.
Yeah.
The whole point is to go out and, you know, like meet people, you know, find doubles partners,
Yeah.
learn from them. Like I would have never have gotten the level to where I was like, I thought I was like a mid-level player.
Yeah, mid-level.
Yeah, like, and watching other people, learning from you and other people have increased my skill and cardio over time.
Right.
And it's something that I do kind of miss because I think the Dave and Buster's that's like in the strip mall that we're around, like they just took it out.
Unfortunately they took that pump machine out. Corporate was just like, all the old pump machines at all our stores need to go.
Yeah.
And it's like,
how do you feel about that? Because a lot of it comes down to money. It comes down to like sales and like
the
profits.
thing was like Dave and Buster's and like arcades now, especially like the corporate chains, like Dave and Buster's main event round 1, it's like the redemption games are all what makes the money. And if you think about it, like, you know, like not many people, like not even our players want to hear what happens on the other side of the coin, as I like to say. And stuff. But like, if you think about it, you're getting some pretty good value out of like each game of like any rhythm game you play, because it's like average 10 minutes you get multiple songs.
Yes.
And
if you pass with a good enough rank.
Yeah, and you can keep going, and you can get the most value out of your credit alone. Well, and meanwhile, in like other redemption games, you're spending like, I don't know, however much, probably even more than just a game of like Pump, for instance, maybe like $5, and like that just ends in like 5 seconds.
I see what you mean for sure.
Yeah.
And it was always kind of like that feeling where you play the songs that you were comfortable with, that you knew that you can get an A or an S.
Oh, yeah.
And then the last one, you go hard.
Right.
You know, you challenge yourself.
Yeah.
You try to do one that you haven't played as much, or you try to get that next level, you know? So it always feels like you're improving every time you swipe that card in and put in your credit, you know?
You're really trying to make the most out of both your money and your play sessions. Yep.
And honestly, it was like you come in with $20, and usually they give you a deal where if you buy a lot more credits, you'll spend more money at one time, you'll get more extra credits, right?
Yeah.
And there are times where I played a whole like evening with friends, and if you play with friends, it definitely elongates the night. Because you're waiting for turns, you're getting your rest, you know.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, I had this great experience being active, playing a game, hanging out with friends. And then the post, you know, like the post hangout is also very important.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, you know, you're hanging out with your friends, you're hanging out with your buddies. And that's one thing that the FGC community also, you know, latches onto, is that we go in, play an attorney, whoever loses, whoever wins, then we all go out to eat, and then we just, you know, have fun.
Yeah, so it's essentially becomes like your second family, per se.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a community.
Yep. Just like any other gaming community.
Yeah. I mean, but I feel like with Reddit and Discord being a thing, a lot of gaming communities now, you can join a community just by like looking it up.
Right. Yep.
But I feel like for the FGC and the dancing game community, a lot of it was in person, you know, meeting up. Like you can't, especially for a dancing game, because you need the peripherals, you need the software.
Right. Yeah.
Like, it's just too much hassle.
Right. And it's just like, yeah, I play dance games, and it's like, I'm sure a lot of us start up with like the home console versions with like those soft mats and like the PS2s and
dude,
and stuff like that.
And the Mario DDR.
The Mario makes
the Mario DDR game.
Oh man,
people don't know about it, but there is a Mario Dance Dance Revolution game for the PlayStation 2.
Yep.
And it's great.
Yep.
It's great. It's a great game.
Yep. But yeah, and then like the moment we step out to like an arcade, it's just a completely different experience. It's like you're playing the real deal. You're playing on an actual machine, and it just creates a whole new experience, and it just leads to a lot more things from there.
Yeah, it's the most raw and authentic experience,
Right.
much like how I can say for uh major tournaments in Super Smash Brothers Ultimate or any fighting game,
Oh yeah.
where a lot of top players right now just feel kind of aimless and
Right.
like feel like they're not progressing because all they can do is Wi-Fi tournaments, and
Yeah.
it does like kind of changes the legitimacy of those tournaments.
Right.
And I just can't like, because I don't think people understand or don't know about this, but for the dancing game community, like people travel around the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh hell yeah.
people are getting tickets to go to Vietnam or Singapore
Oh
or
yeah.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like when Konami officially launched their Konami Arcade Championships every year, that's when like that's mainly for Japan, but like there was one year I think when DDR 8 first came out, and they're like, hey, why not just add the United States as like as a contestant for the for our KAC for DDR.
mhm.
And like of course our boy Chris Chike, also a really good Guitar Hero player from like way back in the day. He qualified. He got first place on all of the U.S. players, and he repped us. And well, there was two other players too at that time, but he that year he won. He became the first American to win KAC
Yeah,
for DDR.
that's
And
dope.
it created a more huge international bond that way, just really bringing
Mhm.
everything even more together. Because I'm sure all
Yeah.
the Japanese players over there were just like, whoa.
Hmm. So let me go and talk about this for, I guess, rhythm games in general,
Yeah, no problem.
because a lot of people, and I think the developers understand this too, that it seems like rhythm games and music games in general just tend to uh, be more profitable in Asian countries.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know really why that is, but I have some speculations, but I want to just hear your input first.
I mean, like a bunch of our favorite rhythm games, like DDR came from Japan, Pump came from
Hmm.
Korea, and like a
Hmm.
lot of that influence, like obviously just comes from those. And I like to think it's probably the choice of music as
Okay, okay,
well
okay.
for a lot of that. I know there's a ton of people who really who really enjoy the Bimani stuff, like DDR, 2DX, Sound
Hmm.
Voltex, anything from Konami really
Yeah, yeah.
and stuff. So
I
I
mean,
think
dude,
that's
like
probably important.
that Love Shine
Oh
is
yeah,
still like
that's
my
so
favorite
good.
DDR
Yeah,
like song to like bust out.
yeah, eternal
Like,
bangers right there.
yeah, dude. Like something about that. It's like also for Pump It Up, because that was the main uh dancing game that I played.
Right.
It was the K-pop that kind of like
Oh yeah.
sucked me in
For Pump,
because
K-pop's like their marketing thing. That's the
oh, for
biggest
sure.
factor.
They
So
got Blackpink in the newest one, right?
they did for Prime too, but for licensing stuff, and it's a lot of money to license
Oh, for
K-pop.
sure.
They
Like
actually had to,
especially because that
yeah.
was before Blackpink like got as big as they are now. Like
Oh
they're huge
yeah,
now.
yeah,
But mhm.
yeah. It got taken out in the current mix Double X,
Mhm.
unfortunately. So it only lasted one game. But hey, we got Blackpink, and then now it's just like, yeah, we can get all these other groups. We don't know how
Yeah.
long we can keep them, but I mean, hey,
Yeah. And I think this is one thing that concerns dancing games specifically, but it also affects other video games, is that it's very hard to be able to save these games or
right,
save these versions of the
right,
game.
yeah,
And it feels like a lot of the responsibility goes to the community and people like you to be able to save the motherboard and be able
right,
to put it into a different machine.
yeah. Yeah, it really does come down to like community effort, like especially whenever a new game comes out, and like you'll know like these arcades will very likely just dump these games out into the trash and stuff, and
Like
probably for
actually
tax
in the
reasons too.
trash.
Yeah, like when I was getting when I was on board, and it was like when our round one was switching from Prime 2 to Double X, and I was like, "Are you gonna do anything with that kit?" And it's just like, "Well, my manager wants it, but otherwise, we're just gonna kind of just throw it out." And I'm like, "I mean, I'll take it off your hands."
Hmm. Did
Like,
you
I
buy
mean,
it or did they just give it to
yeah,
you?
they gave it to me, and I'm just like, oh,
Wow.
cool. I'll just slap this on Laser Voyage's machine, and just like, cool, we got Prime 2.
Hmm.
And just kind of just do stuff from there. And we got other people just on their eyes to save some stuff, even like the most like aesthetic parts, like this marquee or this poster or like the artwork. They just kind of
Yeah.
want to save
Yeah.
all of that. Don't let all that go to waste. I mean, we'll take it off your hands.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just a different kind of environment being in the West. The fact that arcades are a lot harder to make a profit out of.
Right. They're becoming more and more of a novelty each year.
I think one thing that contributes to that is just the landmass of America.
Yeah.
Like just how big America is compared to
Right.
Japan and Korea and how concentrated they are.
Yeah.
And that I think in Asian culture is just like a lot of Asian families or parents might not allow them to have, you know, their own pads.
Right.
Because a lot of times they live in apartments
Or
or
in
smaller
apartments, yeah, and you
houses.
might deal with some housing policies and stuff. So, yeah.
I mean, you definitely don't want to be playing in an apartment on the 3rd floor and then
right, and you just hear
like you hear stomping and shit.
It's like, hey, stop that.
So I mean, it's just something you gotta do, and it's kind of just because it's a different game, man. Like, it's so different from anything else. Like, I can't even imagine who thought about something like this in the first place.
Right.
Turning dancing into a video game, you know. Gamifying physical activities, you know. And I think it's done a lot of good because, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, I wouldn't have lost the weight that I have lost because I was pretty chunky in middle school and high school. And I think that, you know, DDR or Pump It Up was my cardio.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to like actually exercise, but I'll give this game a try. It'll get me moving. And then I guess it's just like that kickstart for a lot of people.
Yeah. Like, dude, I'm saying my calves are still looking nice.
Oh, yeah.
Even through all these years. Like any Pump It Up or DDR player, you just look at their calves.
Right. And it's just like, those are some big boys right there.
Some actual solid iron, bro.
Yeah, thick.
Thick boys.
Yep.
But I know you're also been interested in Ring Fit Adventure. How's that?
Oh yeah, it's
because I haven't played it.
It's a lot of fun. It was really hard trying to find a kit earlier this year because they all got sold out with the pandemic and everything. And I'm just like, oh, cool. And then one of my friends, shout out to Blake Hess, he let me borrow his before I was finally able to get mine. And I'm like, all right, cool. Let's get this ring thing going on my Switch. And it's a hell of a workout.
Really?
Oh, man, it does not go easy on your thighs. I just want to go ahead and put that out there, depending on all the exercises that you do. But story mode is a lot of fun. It basically starts you off with a set of exercises that you can do, and you unlock more exercises.
Okay. So it like eases you in. Like it doesn't completely give you like the hard mode, like where you're sweating bullets.
No, they actually ask you a bunch of questions, like when you're setting up, like what's your weight, what's your this and that. Do you want to like moderately exercise? Like how do you want your difficulty to be? And you can adjust your difficulty at any time you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, it's just been kind of a thing where over the past years, you know, people have been trying to gamify.
Right.
That's a word. Physical fitness. You know.
Yeah, fitness.
The Wii balance board for yoga.
Yeah. Right.
DDR, and one game that I've been playing is actually still Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah,
I still play Pokemon Go after 4 years, bro.
Yeah, gets people out. Just find that Pokemon.
I mean, for me, one thing that I use it for is the fact that it's a pedometer almost. It tracks how many kilometers you run to hatch eggs and like get candy for your buddy Pokemon. And, you know, lately I've been running in the mornings. So that's one kind of just incentive, you know, other than being able to listen to music or an audiobook while running.
It feels nice to get some fresh air every once in a while.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I highly recommend anybody who's just been cooped up for the past, 6 months.
Yeah.
It's been 6 months.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? Half a year. And just to go out, get some sun, get that cardio, get your lungs, working,
Yeah.
I think it is very important. And I think it is a great thing that, that developers are finding ways to make people healthy through gaming instead of trying to change that perspective that gaming is a toxic or, makes you live a sedentary life.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Gaming can be anything. It offers a huge wide variety, whether that's fitness, education, rhythm, shooting, fighting, just whatever.
Yeah. I mean, and I think we are in like gonna be in the next like era of gaming with the
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation 5 and the
And the
Xbox,
Xbox.
like the new Xbox.
Yeah.
Already, I think the Switch has innovated a lot compared to the Wii U.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
The Wii U was confusing.
yeah, it was
Even Nintendo's just like, nah.
like I'm
Just
pretty
keep on
sure
going with
Smash
Switch.
4 is the only thing that kept that thing alive.
Yeah.
I'm
Pretty
gonna be
much.
honest. I'm gonna be honest.
With a couple close seconds being, I guess, Splatoon and Mario Maker, but Smash
Yeah, Mario.
definitely it just carried it.
Pikmin 3, maybe.
Pikmin 3, yeah. And
Yeah.
then
How
what do
hyped are you
know?
that game's gonna be coming out again, bro?
Yeah. Oh man,
I'm gonna buy it, and it's coming out on my birthday actually.
Oh,
October
nice.
30th. Yeah, brother.
So let's go.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna be able to play a Pikmin game after actual decades. Like,
They're just like, hey, the Wii U, remember that? Yeah, we're gonna port over like all the games. And it's like, I'd be fine with that.
I mean, I skipped the Wii U. Like the last Nintendo console that I had, like home console, was the GameCube.
Yeah.
I didn't have my own Wii. I didn't have my own Wii U, and everything Nintendo was either something I watched or the mobile like console.
Right.
And that's why I love the Switch, just because I love mobile gaming.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really nice for the Switch to be both portable and docked.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I couldn't even imagine like playing AAA titles on like just anywhere you go, and that's I'm like, wow. Yeah. Even though I got a Switch because of a Puyo Puyo Tetris, I'm like, all right, you got me. I gotta get my ass on that now.
Okay. I mean, how do you like the Switch as a rhythm game device? Because I know that's what your main focus is, and compared to Xbox and PS4.
Yeah, especially with this pandemic, I've been focusing on trying to help promote more of the home console stuff. So it's been pretty good. I mean, like Taiko now has an official release on Switch, and we're getting the story Taiko RPG game from the DS days ported over to the Switch now, and they're even releasing the Taiko drum controllers for it, made by Hori.
If I could cop that, oh my god.
Yeah. And then we got Groove Coaster and stuff, and then there's Muse Dash, and there's even more of these games. And
all right. I'm going to give you a hot take. They should remake Donkey Kong Jungle Beats on the Switch.
Yeah,
and then release the bongo drums.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
I'd be so down for that.
Why not?
Bro, why not?
Come on, Nintendo. What are you doing?
Yeah. Like, give us the bongos again, brother.
Yeah, man. It's like, hey, 3D All-Stars is cool, but that'd be pretty dope.
Have you seen it's those like weird peripherals that is kind of like different, because a lot of people mod those like controllers.
Oh yeah.
And then to work with other games.
Right.
Like I've seen people beat Dark Souls with the DJ hero. Like
I know some of my friends. I have a friend. He plays on his DDR cap. He just plays other games off from his DDR cap. I know he was playing Super Mario 64. He was playing Fortnite at some point off of.
Wow. A shooter with a DDR pad.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you know what? You go.
I mean, if you think about it, though, a DDR pad would essentially be the first step to VR.
Right.
Because it tracks where you're going to be moving. So essentially, all these things are working up to optimal VR.
Right.
Obviously, VR is not there yet. It's too expensive. You need a big ass room.
Yeah.
The like people are gonna get sued. Like if like if any I've seen some pretty funny like accidents and pranks when people are in VR, and I'm just like, oh dude, that looks like a lawsuit ready to happen.
Yeah,
if some stupid kid does some dumb shit.
Yeah. VR is getting there. It's just it just needs a lot of work, and there's like different VR kits like that you can get like all over the place.
Yeah, I think the market is so like
weird,
sporadic. Like it started with Oculus, then it went to like PlayStation VR. Now we got like everybody trying to get into the VR like market right now.
It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing indeed.
Yeah, but the closer and the better it gets, it just makes me think like Sword Art Online is gonna be a real thing, brother.
Oh snap! We're all gonna be stuck. We're gonna be fighting for our lives
in an MMO.
In an MMO. Oh lord.
Oh lord. You die, it's like the actual Dark Souls, like you died. Like it's great talking with you again, brother. Like it's been a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a
I
long
just
time.
love shooting the shit with you, bro. We can just
Yeah.
talk about video games for ages.
For days, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Like I remember the very first interaction I had with you was in a school bus in middle school or high school, and you had an ocarina on you.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's how I got for when high school marching band to pick. Like
Yeah, dude.
everyone saw my ocarina. I was like, oh cool, this guy's a gamer. I'm like, yep, that's how I got him.
Yeah. I mean, dude, people don't know this about you, but you're a hell of a drummer, bro. Like,
oh yeah.
I'm gonna give you some compliments right here, right now. Like, this guy is a great drummer, and he actually got into the state band.
Yeah.
And dude, that's big props. That's a big flex, brother.
Yeah, I didn't know that I was the very first percussionist in Peachtree Ridge's history to get into Allstate. Like I didn't know that. And the time when we had the one before Allstate, it was the Gwinnett, like when we were together. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. I mean, do you think that your love for rhythm games and tempo and perfectionism has benefited or has been a part of your like percussion skills?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it got me back into like even more music and stuff, and I even wanted to grab like a music degree, all because like rhythm games. I'm just like, hey, cool, I like music too, and just keeps on bringing more jams and more bangers. I'm like, yeah, I want to keep on going with this. And unfortunately, I got kind of screwed over by my dream school when I applied. Their administration was a mess, faculty was a mess, and it was like, yeah, the first year was like, oh, we kind of revamped our system. We forgot you in our housing, so we'll have you defer, and you're guaranteed housing. And then their financial aid was a mess, and no matter how many times I would email them, they would never get back to me. And they're just like, hey, we got to remove your housing because we never received your FAFSA. I'm like, I filled everything out like a year ago. I was just waiting on you to like get the process going.
Yeah.
So RIP. Would have been fun.
I mean, though, like, I think you found your, passion, and you found your community that you can work with.
Yeah.
And I think you've been doing pretty well for yourself, brother. Like, you're a very talented guy. Like, I think it takes a certain kind of like mind and personality to be really into rhythm games. Because the level that you're at, you are a perfectionist.
Yep.
Like, you're looking for not the A, not the S. You're looking for that SS.
Oh, yeah. We're looking for all those perfects. Yep.
Not losing a single beat. That combo, the chain is like going to the 4 digits. Everything is a perfect. Nothing good, nothing great.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very, like, tough thing just because it's a lot of pressure.
Right.
Like, and it's a lot of, I would say, frustration too, because I can only imagine how many times you had to attempt to do this before you got that SS, that perfect score.
Yeah. Takes a lot of efforts. Sometimes it might be repeating songs to spend the day, just like played out one song all over and over and over again.
Oh, God. Damn,
you're just like, I really wanted. Yeah.
But I mean, that's the kind of passion that I think gaming does help like bring out in you. You want to be perfectionist, you want to be better, you want to just have that drive. And I think people like you, I can compare to like speedrunners. I think speedrunners are like the nut jobs of the gaming community. They're crazy, they're insane. Like I can't imagine just playing one game over and over again, just trying to beat your record and watching other people and then comparing how you guys play the same game, and just try to beat each other over and over again. And it's been done and speedrunning has been a great like part of the community. They get big donations for charity, and it's just one thing I love about gaming is that you can always find your niche, your community.
Yep.
All it takes is, wanting to find that passion.
Yeah. really did help build my self-esteem. And even if I didn't get into like Berkeley College of Music, I'm just like, you know what? Looking back, you know, it's like, I mean, this month actually marks my 6-year anniversary being with Team Infinity for Pump It Up Infinity.
Big congrats, brother.
So, yeah, thank you. And then like we just kept on going from there, and now I'm here where I am thanks to these games.
I mean,
I'm developing games, I'm playing games, I'm leading a community here.
Yeah.
And
I mean, being a game developer or being in any part of development in games is something to be commended because you're not paid enough.
Right.
It's long hours.
Right.
You dedicate all of your like headspace into improving a game or just playing it over and over again.
Right. And oftentimes, a lot of us developers, we pretty much mainly do this on the side. Like, it's not like our main job for many of us. So it's like we have to put in that extra time and dedication just to manage.
I just remember like
out there for people.
Trips on the school bus, and I saw you with your laptop, and you're just making overlays, making like skin designs.
I'm like, all right, here we go. What do they want from me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like great, and like it's a lot of passion and dedication, and I just really, you know, fuck with it hard, you know, like I really like attaching with people who can dedicate all of their effort, time, emotion into one particular thing.
Right.
And also when they get good at that, they're not settled. They're hungry for the next venture, for the next thing.
Yeah. It's like when you're playing Pump and you're like, hey, I finally got through 15s. Let's dig into the 16s, and you just keep moving up from there.
And then you're like, okay, I'm good at singles. Let's go and head to doubles.
Let's go into doubles.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting pretty good at doubles now. Let's go and do a what is it? The 2-player like doubles.
Yeah, co-op charts.
Co-op charts. So now you have to find a buddy who you can like be just as good. And there is some responsibility on yourself because you're not trying to mess up the combo. Or step on their feet. You know, you can actually hurt each other if something goes wrong. Like, like I wouldn't be surprised if somebody has hurt themselves. Well, we just said the guy who landed on his balls.
Yep. Ooh. That gets a yikes from me, dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, I mean, anything else that you can like kind of give for the rhythm game or music game like community? Like, sell me on this genre of game. Like, I have never played a rhythm game or a dancing game. Sell it to me.
Well, all right. You like music? You like to smash buttons to music? You like to do things to music? You might as well get yourselves onto rhythm games. The nice thing about it is like you know, like for fighting games, like you're always up against someone, so that pressure is like immediately gets onto you. While for rhythm games, like there's always like this wide range of difficulties that can start from just start easy from the top. There's a lot. There's everything for everyone. Like it's not just like a competitive thing. Like anyone can like just hop in casually, just have fun.
Like PC, console,
live,
arcade, just arcades,
just like if you ever find yourself at a Round 1 or Dave & Buster's or a Main Event or like anywhere you go, whether that's a dance game or like any button game or like any rhythm game really, or if you want to pick something up from a console and then I'd say just give it a try. Don't be too hard on yourself because you know there's a lot. I mean, we all came and started off.
Of course, nobody's good in the beginning.
Right. And it's, you know, I would like to say it as, you know, it's very important to have fun while playing these games. Sure. Like it's like I'm all for competition, but the moment you're not having fun is kind of that's when you should probably like kind of take a step back and just kind of chillax.
Yeah, like and just I ain't gonna lie, I have raged playing. I have raged playing rhythm games. Like it's kind of stupid, but when you get that one miss. Or when you're like doing a pretty hard chart, you're about to finish it for the very first time. So close. You make that one mistake or something that you didn't expect happens and everything just goes to shit. You have to start all the way from like zero again. It's a pretty crushing like feeling.
But hey, it's not the end of the world.
No, of course. But it's just one thing that I love seeing in gaming is, excellence, is expertise.
Yeah.
And seeing people that play Osu at a very high level, people who play Pump It Up at a very high level, I love watching it because these are people who are dedicating all their time and effort and passion into literally one song sometimes,
Yeah. It's
just to
also
be able to
really
post it on YouTube.
yeah, it's also a really nice hobby to get into, and I know for so many people it changed so many of their lives tremendously. Like I know, like I have a friend who's been like, he was really obese, and like
Like
he went
how
to the
obese?
doctors. Like he was a big chunker. He was like over oh man, I forget, but like yeah, he was
300?
like yeah, over 300, but like he went to the doctor and says like, yeah, if you keep your lifestyle like this, you're gonna need a heart transplant. And
Wow.
so eventually he found himself a DDR machine. He's like, you know what, I'll give this a try. And then like he just kept on playing every day for like the past decade, and like he really lost it. He looks like a
Wow, a
completely different
decade.
person. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy because for people who are overweight or obese, all it takes is getting out that door.
Yep.
All
Get
it
that
takes
spark
is
in.
being able to get off that chair, do something.
Right.
If it's something active, no matter how like easy it is, as long as you're taking that first step, well, that's better than doing nothing.
Right. And also, like, and I always get stories from other people that every time I meet all the time, all the new faces, and they're like, hey, thank you for your community and stuff. You know, I've been in a really bad spot, and like, I've been doing drugs, or I've been doing this, or depression sucks and stuff. And they're like, I've really found this new hobby that I like, and they find these new people that they can relate to. And so, and that really helps. You know,
I
gaming is
mean,
cool.
yeah. I mean,
Gaming helps.
human beings, we need to feel like we have a purpose, and we
Yeah.
need to feel like
You need a sense of belonging
yeah.
somewhere. So,
Yep.
kind of find
And
that.
I think that it's something that is different because I feel like our communities in gaming is pretty niche. Like not a lot of people want to play fighting games because they don't want to lose. They don't want to just get smacked, get 3-stocked or not really understand why they're losing or can't make those inputs like in fighting games. And for your case in the rhythm game or dancing game community, it's like I don't have the physical, like this is one thing that I can actually is different is that a lot of gaming you don't have to be physically fit to be really great, but I think for Pump It Up and DDR that's not the case.
Yeah,
you have to have good cardio.
Yeah, you got to be
stamina.
fit for that game.
Yeah, because you're grinding.
Right.
You're grinding. You are actually like putting your body through strenuous activity for the pursuit of expertise and 100% completion.
Oh yeah. Like you see like in arcades, like maybe like this average person just kind of just pops in like one game, not knowing that they have 3 songs and a credit. They just only play one song and just walk off. While the other players, they've been playing for like hours. Like they're there for like they know what they came, they know what they're doing, they know why they came, and they're just pushing themselves like every minute of that.
Oh yeah,
trying to make the most out of it.
Yeah, I mean it was always kind of a great great feeling whenever I go to a mall or like and I see the arcade and I see some people like crowding around in the DDR Pump It Up machine because it's like, oh damn, look at these guys, they're they're doing really well, or they're doing like I actually like watching the screen and just seeing how high their combos are and how accurate their timing is.
Yep.
Because I know it's not easy, and I know a lot of general people who watch, they know it's not easy either.
Yeah, it's just like that looks hard. Hopefully we can get past by the stigma of using the bar and stuff. I know that was like a huge thing back, like way back, like probably way back even before. Like the whole no bar and bar debate.
Really? Was it like a actual competitive ruling? Like you have to use the bar, or you?
I know in official pump tournaments, like the World Pump Festival, up until 2011, men could not use the bar. Only women
really
could. Yeah, and then 2011 obviously came,
I did not know that.
Then, like the charts just became way too hard, and everyone was just like, "Ah, screw it, just let them use the bar." Half our team uses the bar. It just changed the stuff. But yeah, but
Huh.
there was a lot of fights between like, oh no, using the bar is cheating because no, it just helps you keep in place and stuff. And then like obviously now we came to a point where like these charts are getting so much
Mhm.
harder,
Mhm.
and people just want to really stick with that minimal movement as
Mhm.
much as they can, trying to conserve a lot of energy. Like
Yeah.
you'll probably see like difference between like a competitive and like a casual player. Like a casual player will probably move around a lot, not knowing having that good form for dance games, while a competitive player
Or like to minimize
very
their
minimal.
calories, their
Yeah,
energy.
they're really trying to save up all their energy and stuff.
Hmm.
Yep.
I mean, I think that just goes to that points towards experience
Yeah.
and expertise and your cardio, because even though they're trying to minimize how many steps they're doing, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not physically putting in the work or
Right.
mentally
It's
either.
even like they make it look so easy, but in reality, that's really hard to do.
Oh yeah,
Like
like
a pump 26 is a 26. Like bottom
mhm,
line, like that.
mhm.
That's hard.
Like I see people who are at the very high level and they're literally using their toes to just be like just ever so slightly move it and put
Yeah.
pressure on the plate to
Yep.
be able to make us have the game register it.
Yeah.
But they're like barely moving their feet,
Right.
and a lot of their effort is just going into either they memorized it. Like I've seen people blindfolded
Yeah.
do pump it up or DDR because they've literally memorized it because of how
Yeah.
many times they played it.
Yep. And that muscle memory when you're working on your form and stuff will come into play as well. It'll
Mm-hmm.
evolve. Just
Mm-hmm.
kind of just trial and error, just mess around here and there.
Okay. Do you feel like with the addition of streaming, because streaming is still a fairly new thing, I don't even think we went past 10 years
Oh yeah.
with Twitch streaming.
Right.
How do you think streaming has affected the music game genre?
Oh, a lot. There has been a lot more music game streamers this year because of the pandemic and stuff. And speaking of streaming, we just got done with all last week with Byte Online, held by the Beast in the East. They
Oh
asked
yeah.
us at StormX League, and we helped. It was basically like a game's done quick, but obviously no speed runs. It's just, hey, you
Yeah.
want to watch X and Y and play this rhythm game for this block and that block all
Mm.
week? We're raising money for Direct Relief's COVID-19 response, and we ended up raising $7,300, over
Wow.
7,300. Yeah, 7,300.
That's a decent amount of money.
Yeah, that's like
That's
averaging
actually
1,000
more
a
than
day.
some like speedrunning like charities.
Yeah, people just went in. They're just like, all right, let's get these donation requests in. We have a donation announcement. This person donates $100 and says, "Hey, frick COVID." Same.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
we're all
like
just
that.
coming together and we just want to get out of this
All
pandemic
right.
as much as we can.
And I watched
Keep
a clip
gaming.
of that and I saw you eat
The hot chip, the one
the
chip
hot chip.
challenge from
Okay.
Pocky. Lord.
Like what was it using, like Carolina Reaper?
It
Was
was
it a ghost pepper?
it was Carolina Reapers and Ghost Peppers, and it was like the hottest thing that they just put into one
Mm-hmm.
single. It's not that chip isn't small too. It was pretty big.
Yeah, I saw it. Like
Yeah,
you took like it looked like a really oversized Dorito and you just
yeah.
kind of like took a bite out of it. You didn't even eat half of it. I don't even think you ate half of that.
No, I ate all of it. It's just the chip was broken up in half.
Ah,
When I opened
okay.
it, I'm just like, all right, I just shoved this in my mouth, and then like I think I had like a little half lint. I just kind of just yeeted that in my mouth. And I'm just like, this is not pleasant. It's so bitter. Like someone asked me like, what was worse, the chip or the heck product Pokemon, the 2X? And I'm just like,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
bottom line, the Pocky chip.
Okay.
Like at least with the 2X, it's enjoyable.
I mean, it's
And
noodles,
so
bro.
you just kind of it just builds up with you. Like obviously the first time you're just gonna be like, ah, gosh, but like you got it used to it, and it actually has a taste. The Pocky chips just kind of just hits you, smacks you in the head.
Yes.
Oh my god! Like everyone was commenting, I was like, oh man, this guy's dressing him up red, and his face is changing to the color of his outfit.
Oh, dude, I saw your face like turn red. Like you were blending into the background, brother.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh my god.
I'm just like,
That looks terrible.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, I gotta tap out, and I went to the restroom, and I was coughing up parts of the chip, and then the burn came with it, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to do the challenge again.
Like, I would assume that if you burped after eating that, it would just be like spitting fire.
Oh, baby. When I went to the market later that day, I was like, all right, I should probably stop by and get some more milk because I drank all of it. Oops. And then, like, obviously, I
Wow.
came to Publix with a mask on, in this current environment. And every time I
Uh-huh.
breathed in my mask, I could feel the burn from my lips.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, get out of here.
Oh my God. So
Woo.
it's weird because ever since I've known you, you've really been into spicy food.
Yeah, that one was, oh man, like
Like,
that was probably the worst headache I've ever gotten to. I felt like as if I almost got knocked out.
is that like, because you were the first person to actually tell me about the spicy chicken noodles,
Oh yeah, when they first
the
came out.
pultak.
Yeah.
Like, and I can only imagine how many people you have tortured recommending that noodle.
Yeah. And now everyone's just coming to my Facebook and just like, oh right, this guy just kind of teases all our nudes. And I'm just like, yep, you want that sneak peek exclusive, you come to me. I'll let everyone know when that hits the
Because you were
markets.
recommending it and trying to make it trendy before it was trendy.
Oh yeah.
Before it was like a challenge.
Yeah,
And
I
I feel it's crazy how that's a challenge. It's like, dude, this is just instant noodles that Korean people buy like on the reg.
yeah. Now it's just like, yeah, I regularly eat 2x. And it's like, how about the chip? I'm like, I don't think you want to.
Did you know that they made a pultak sauce? Like an actual bottle sauce?
Oh yeah, I got all three of them.
Like I bought the double X one and I bought the regular one.
Yeah.
I tried the regular one. I didn't even open the double X one
Oh
because
god.
I knew I couldn't even handle it. So I just gave that to a friend.
Right. Yeah, I have that,
brother.
those two,
Oh
and
my God.
I have the carbonara one too,
Mm.
which is really nice for if you're making pasta.
It's kind of weird how how it's after the challenge, they've been releasing different flavors.
Oh yeah, I remember when the first pulak came out, like that was the thing hitting in the States, and it was like, oh yeah, this is limited, and then oops, turns out everyone really liked it, and it was really trendy, and it was like, all right, we got to give the people what they want. 2x, fuck them up, let's go.
You know what's crazy about purtag is that I've seen people cook it and they don't know how to cook it.
Oh yeah, no,
Like they cook it like it's regular ramen.
Yeah,
so
I'm
I see them eating it with like a broth.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what is this? What are you doing?
I've had so many friends who are like, am I doing this right? I'm like, you're not supposed to have a broth in that. It's like, oh fuck. It's like take two, let's go. Run it back.
Like you're supposed to drain it and just eat the sauce with some pasta, like the noodle water, like a little bit of noodle water. Like
stir fry it to give it that little extra effect.
Oh yeah. Ooh, stir fry that shit. Put a little sesame oil. Fry an egg. Put that egg on there. Get some seaweed on top.
Go full gourmet.
Woo!
A little burn, but that's gonna be one of the best meals you might ever had.
Dude, it's great. You have some like, well, if you're Korean, you have some spam on the side.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe get a bowl of rice just to be able to, like handle the heat a little bit.
Yeah. And ever since I've been cooking more, thanks to the pandemic, every time I make myself some like any ramen, I actually like take out like scallions and stuff because I'm just like, I don't want plain stuff anymore. I got time, I can cook.
Dude, I've gotten like pork belly and I've like cooked the pork belly with that like sauce. Ooh, it's fucking good.
Finally tried out that milk ramen where you use milk instead of water.
Really?
For a shit ramen. Apparently that's been a trendy thing, and I tried it once, and I'm just like, all right,
that's disgusting.
Milk ramen. It was surprisingly really. It was so good. It does not have any right to be that slapping. It's so weird.
That's what I thought with cheese. You just put some American cheese, like a slice of American cheese on any noodle, bro.
And
any noodle, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
a slice of American cheese on there.
Yeah. Oh baby.
Oh baby.
Ooh.
We went from talking about
rhythm games to ramen.
Yeah, ramen. But that's just what I know. I remember about you, brother. Like, you were the purtak guy. You were hey, if you've never tried the spicy chicken noodles, you gotta try the spicy chicken noodles.
Yeah.
And you're just like scheming and laughing. And you're like, they're dying in the toilet right now. Yes.
They must suffer what I went through.
They must learn what the Korean spice is. The real Korean 11 herbs and spices.
Yeah, I'm like, you thought shit ramen was spicy? Oh, baby, let me tell you. Just throw that fire chicken at you.
Oof. It's just crazy how many different flavors they have now. There's like kimchi,
kimchi,
jjajangmyeon, the carbonara. There's curry flavor. There was a green tea flavor I saw once.
Yeah. And then in Korea, they have the spaghetti and meatballs one. I'm like, can you bring that over? I want to try that.
Ooh, that sounds great, actually.
Yeah.
What the hell?
They even had like the bibimbap where you make them cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a summer seasonal thing. So I guess be on the lookout for that next summer.
Okay. I mean, it's just, I feel like it's been a crazy kind of like change because Korean culture didn't pop off this much until like at post 2012.
Yeah.
Like after Gangnam Style.
Oh yeah.
That was it.
Our boy Psy. So that was so
Thank
fun.
you, Psy.
At first,
because it was like, because Psy made it so everybody knew Korean music was pretty poppin'. You know, like it was the first ever video to hit 1 billion views. Like that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And it was a global like meme or like trend.
Yeah.
And after that was BTS. And once BTS got popping,
oh man, they're still popping, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
Dynamite was one of the fastest, most viewed videos in one day.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. You know why? Because it was the first song that everybody could actually understand.
Yeah, it's all in English, and it's like, oh, finally.
Hey, dude, the army went crazy, bro.
Oh yeah, go on Twitter and see all those K-pop fan cams.
Like, hey, I like K-pop. It's okay, as long as it's it's promoting my my home culture.
Yeah,
everybody seems to be having fun, enjoying it, whatever,
And we got K-pop and Pump.
Yeah, K-pop's in Pump.
Yeah.
God, I just remember one of my favorite songs to play in Pump was the Shiny song, Shock.
Ring Ding Dong and Shock.
Or Shock or Ring Ding Dong.
Yeah.
And every time I like think about it, it's like, damn, that guy, he committed suicide. And it's always like the main singer or like the lead, like the leader of that group. And it's super disheartening. Just think about like how much K-pop has gone, but also how much it has kind of degraded.
But at what cost?
Yeah,
for
sure.
stars. I always hear some like behind the scenes stuff, and it's like, it's a pretty ugly industry the more you think about it. So not everything is pretty at first sight.
No, for sure, it's not. And also, I didn't find out about this until recently, actually, like very recently, like a year. Was one of my favorite like older like K-pop like stars, Guhara.
Yeah.
Who was also an actress.
Yeah.
She committed suicide, and it was so disheartening that I actually cried.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing her in Korean dramas and music videos, and she was a beautiful, like great looking, like super nice, like amazing person. And just to know that like she committed suicide because of somebody threatening to expose videos where they were like of homemade sex videos without her consent. She didn't even know she was being recorded. And it's just horrible and disgusting.
And whenever like any of these like these young K-pop stars like
they're so young,
like I see myself in them, and I see like all my other friends and stuff, because like we're really not that far off in age.
No, they're 18, like they're 18, 19.
Yeah,
because people don't for anybody who doesn't know, South Korea has mandatory military service for men. And there was a time where the how can I say this? The service had different branches.
Yeah.
There was a celebrity branch for the male pop stars, models, actors. But everything like got fucking changed when Seven, like he went to a massage parlor.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. He went to a massage parlor, brother, and that ruined that caused everything to be everything changed. Now it's a very big deal and I also think it contributes to a lot of negative like feedback loop where it's like we have to get these kids young, we have to train them when they're like 13, 14.
Yeah, they go through like years of training.
Yeah. Like they get scouted, they start training, then they get put into a group. And now it's all about how to make them as popular and profitable as fast as possible. Because once they age and one member has to go to the military for their service, that whole group is pretty much just done.
Yeah, they're pretty much just objects.
Yeah.
Pretty much, like, that's the ugly side and truth of the industry right there.
I mean, they're not just objects though, because it's like they're human beings, of course, but
They are human
like
beings.
they're fans. A lot of times it feels like their fans, it's hard for them to keep up with them because they just become so disassociated and so disconnected
Right.
after
Yeah.
their military service, that a lot of the times after they become big in their K-pop career,
Right.
they go into acting or modeling or fashion or producing or writing songs because of those 2 to 4 years. Like 2 to 4 years is a pretty long time in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Like so many things change in 2 to 4 years, especially now because of the internet.
Oh yeah.
Media.
Look how long Big Bang is still around. Well, even though they lost one member with the whole Burning Sun scandal, but
I don't know, brother. Like that group it's been a hard ride. Like
yeah. You know, at first,
oh my
they had a
God.
great start, and it was like cool. And when they had the Fantastic Babies stuff area, I was like, all right, they made it. And then in recent years, things really took a toll, and a lot of the members went to the military. And then Sungri just, oh man, that whole scandal was just
was huge. And then T.O.P. was caught with marijuana, and because of the stress of that, he took opioids, and because of those opioids, he went into a coma.
Right.
Like these issues do exist, and there's a lot of societal pressure, and South Korea as a society already has so much like pressure.
Oh yeah.
Like to be in the limelight and the social media and having so much expectation on you.
Yeah.
It makes everyone dehumanize you.
Yeah, it's either like the my way or the highway almost.
I mean, it's all that money, baby.
Yeah, it's all
money
that money.
Talks. Like BTS, like one of their members is supposed to go to the army soon, and the fact that COVID like pretty much stopped their world tour, like everybody was freaking out.
Yeah.
All the army thought it was over. You know, that's why I think that Dynamite song just got so popular, because nobody really knew what was gonna happen with K-pop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's still like Blackpink, they still make songs.
Yeah.
Like I think the only like group that I haven't really recalled a song that they released yet in a while is Twice. Like they're the other like really popular K-pop group right now, other than like Blackpink and BTS.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just crazy, man. Like but not just talking about like South Korea, like we gotta also talk about North Korea here.
Yeah.
Because you and I, we had some strange influence.
Yeah.
Like, just putting it to context, we did a satirical parody of North Korean propaganda because we just thought it was so funny and ridiculous, and that nobody knew about it. Not a lot of Americans knew about that. Essentially, North Korea's government is not just a communist dictatorship. It's a theology, like it's a religion.
Yeah.
Like they treat the Kim family like they're demigods.
Yeah.
And it's so, and to think that like such a country can be so closed off and so like kind of sufficient, but also not sufficient because they take a lot of aid, and they also are hurt super hard by sanctions.
Yeah.
It's a very crazy thing that essentially our Korean brothers and sisters, because there are family who has been split up by the Korean War and the DMZ, and they're still split up to this day.
Yeah.
That is just how it is, like how different the two countries are when essentially they're still the same.
Yeah. Like we're all Korean. It's just the political ideology is just really just.
It's so different.
Yeah.
Like religion is so different because like in North Korea, like they say they have religious freedom.
Yeah, they're like, Christianity, and they're like,
but having a Bible in North Korea is an illegal, like it's an illegal like item. Like what the? I don't understand.
They're just trying to save face. Yeah. Oh. Poor
But
Korea.
like, what did you think was gonna happen when COVID happened? And my thought was, oh my God, when COVID started happening in China back in like January or like December
Yeah.
of 2019, I was really concerned about how North Korea would be able to handle it because they do a lot of trade and they
Right.
are like
Yeah.
border countries. And I was just super worried. And also because, you know, Kim Jong-un's fat as shit, smokes a
Yeah.
lot, drinks a lot of
Yeah.
fucking wine. And I was very speculative on how that would affect their society, because when you have a authoritative, almost demigod-like figure in the
Yeah.
state going into crisis mode and being put into, you know, a bunker to
Yep.
wait this out, you know, like how does that affect your like country and your state? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And now his sister is like gaining more power. She's now next in line in the succession, I believe,
Yeah.
until like his son or daughter like gets an age. Like, it's some Game of Thrones type shit going on in
Yeah.
North Korea
They're
right now.
not stopping.
Yeah, it's so crazy that a pandemic like this has probably negatively hit America way harder than North Korea,
Yeah.
when North Korea is literally still living in the 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, our government needs to get their shit together, but
We got one more month, brother. We got one more month.
Oh baby, here comes that
The
November.
apocalypse.
Get ready, election day. Just be prepared.
Hey man, you know what time it is? American Civil War Part 2.
Oh, let's
Electric
go.
Boogaloo.
Is this where I rewatch all the Purge movies again?
It's not gonna get that bad.
Nah.
We are just fucking around, making jokes here. And just a side note, I'm a fucking moron. I'm an idiot. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So just pointing that out there. I don't know anything about, you know, like government or state, but these are just my opinions and whatever I think about. But you know, it's different being a Korean immigrant or being a Korean American, because you still have ties to your country and to your home country.
Right.
And it's so weird that this tiny fucking country is doing so much fucking shit.
Yeah.
And we have the other tiny ass fucking country who's like who's living in some crazy propaganda. Like, have you seen North Korean like live like theater and dance?
Oh my lord.
In the stadiums?
Yeah.
They're insane.
Yep.
Like the amount of effort and coordination and like passion that I see from these North Korean like people in the coliseums, like, or like stadiums, trying to show off, like, it's impressive as fuck.
Literal control.
And one thing I always think about is South Korea has a lot of badass people. Like, has some savages.
Right.
Some people who will dedicate all their life and passion into one thing for their family and future.
Yep.
And and like when it comes to gaming, when it comes to technology, when it comes to coding, when it comes to just everyday life, you know, like South Korea was oppressed. You know, the whole, I mean, I should say the whole peninsula, all of Korea. We were oppressed, and oppressed people, you know, eventually learned to really be grateful for what they have and try to make the best of what they have.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine how many, you know, great, smart, kind people in North Korea that just had this potential to do something better for the world, but they can't because they're controlled by the state.
They're in there. They're
Dude,
in that bubble.
Can you imagine how many like pro gamers could have came out from North Korea?
Right. I would have loved to see that.
Dude, I think North Korea could have some pretty good pro gamers, man.
Oh yeah,
like,
I believe
with
it.
all that dedication, like I want to see some fucking, like, I want to see the North Korean faker. Like
Who's the imposter? You looking a little sus. You didn't praise our glorious leader portrait right there. You're looking a little sus.
Oh God, it's so crazy. It's a crazy country.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know this, but, and I'm probably getting this fucking wrong because I'm a fucking moron, but the way that the Kim family makes their money is actually through these very hardworking, passionate people who goes overseas and works, but part of their income goes directly to the Kim family.
I believe it.
And we have, oh yeah, go on.
Oh no, you can go ahead.
But there are like North Korean hackers and North Korean like insurgents in other Asian countries who essentially just leech off of that country and give all the funds to the Kim family.
Yeah. It's just like, how'd you get all this money? No, just legitimately, business is like, looking a little sus right there.
Real sus.
Real sus.
Where are the taxes, brother? Where are these taxes? Imagine how many taxes that they evaded, that the Kim family evades.
Yeah.
Imagine when all that money is just went through the underground, the dark, shady part of the market, all directly to the Kim family.
Yep.
Like they're probably evading millions of dollars in taxes.
Yeah. Millions of people getting screwed over for that one tiny country. That little bubble.
And imagine the fear that you have, going to a different country, working because you expect to have, a prosperity for your family.
Yeah.
And yourself, but you're always in the fear of losing your family because, they have all your information.
Yeah, one small mishap.
Yeah. No, even if they become suspicious.
Yeah.
You don't even need direct evidence. It's just suspicion will lead to it.
Yeah, it's just like, you're looking a little sus. You're dead. Let's just take him out.
Just out.
That's it. Get out of here.
Just through the chute. Have you been playing Among Us?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Here and
I feel like we should play, bro.
Oh, man.
Play Among Us,
oh, man.
But yeah, it's
weird. Yeah, it's
weird
crazy.
Times, brother. Like, it's still... I really do hope, though, and my prayers and feelings to the North Korean people, because they're our brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Like, we have history, Like, I can't just ignore all these innocent, passionate, loving people just because they have a authoritative, corrupt government. Yeah. And it's just the way that we interacted in high school with all this, like, making parody of the propaganda was just the foolishness and also just almost surreal aspect to it is that how did it work? How does this work?
Yeah.
Like, how can you have this society and government and action and be so far behind technologically, societally, and still maintain order?
Yeah, all they want is control.
Yeah. It's nuts, bro.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people notice.
It's devastating.
But man, went through a lot of different topics.
Yeah.
Rhythm games, spicy chicken noodles, North Korea.
Just a little chill. Just go ham.
Yeah. I mean, anything else that you want to just talk about, brother? Like anything like that we want to catch up on? Because I feel like I did just kind of talk about a lot of things that we talked about in our past, when we were in high school.
Yeah. Probably not too much. I mean,
any projects that you're working on right now, brother? Cool. Any anything that whoever's watching this could be like, all right, what's this Vincent Kim up to next?
Oh man, all right. Well, I'm gonna get the Pocky chip 10 chips any percent speed run. I'm kidding. I don't want to go through that torture all over again.
Yeah, I think you'll actually set your gut on fire. I think you'll actually be the acid in your stomach will turn into lava.
Yeah, it's just like, oh baby. Well, my team is working on another game. It's called NOISZ. It's an expansion to our current game NOISZ. It's NOISZ
Mm-hmm.
Starlight. It's coming to mobile 2021, where that's what we're aiming for anyway. So
Mobile, really?
yeah,
Oh,
iOS
dude,
and Android.
I'll play the shit out of that shit.
It's gonna be free. Obviously you might have that little pay model thing, just whatever. That's just kind of the standard. But hey, just be on the lookout for that. We are trying to work on things, and I'm basically PR for them, so I just got to get into people's spam folders. When I email them, I'm like, hey, I want to do marketing. It's like, oh, sorry, I missed your email. It was in your spam folder. I'm like, understandable. Have a nice day.
Oh, man.
There's that. I guess for this mainly for a lot of my other friends, but I'm writing charts again, custom pump charts, custom DDR charts, whatever and whatnot. I'm hoping to finally release Apex soon. It's just, school and
no, I mean, everyone's going through the struggle, brother. Like talking to you and also anybody who watches this, any kind of incremental progress is still fucking progress.
Yeah.
Don't ever, put that down or put it on yourself.
Yeah.
That, oh, I should be doing more. Oh, this isn't enough.
Right.
Hey man, if it's getting better, then it's not getting worse.
Right. Yep.
All right. Well, I think this is a good place to end the podcast then.
Right. Everyone wear a mask, stay safe, socially distance. We're all gonna get through this together. Don't let anyone tell you that if you're going through a depression right now, which is totally reasonable, it's okay to be overwhelmed. Sure. Your depression is not fake. Just want to say that right there. Like when I was in a really bad spot a couple months ago.
Oh yeah, same here, brother.
I had the worst mental breakdown. I was just overwhelmed, and that was a bad spot too, because that was the height of all the Black Lives Matter protests and stuff and everything, and then like hearing that on the news and seeing my own friends just freaking go at it at each other, and then like having people just come after me when I remotely vent about anything. I was just like, I can't handle this.
All right.
So I will just say your depression is valid.
Yep.
It's not something we can't like show. It's a little sneaky thing,
but I will add on to that. Fuck whoever thinks anything, like literally if you feel something and somebody wants to like put you down or for any reason, they can tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Because you're a person. You can think whatever the fuck you want, and whether it's Black Lives Matter or whatever, or if you hate the president, if you love the president, doesn't fucking matter. Like, just always be genuine.
Yeah, be respectful.
What I want to is the
more empathy would be nice.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think it's just how polarizing everything's been, brother. But we're gonna get through this. We got a month.
We got a month until that election.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
Baby. I'm waiting for my absentee ballot.
God. I'm waiting for my second stimulus. Or maybe even my first stimulus. Got him. All right, brother. Any, like, your social medias you want to point out? Twitter?
Well, I guess I can link my Twitter at least. Kim Royal, and there's also my YouTube. I upload a ton of stuff there. I've been uploading a lot of Puppet of Infinity videos because people always, like, discovered a game here and like they can't find videos of any of the songs on that machine. It's just like I'll just upload everything. It's been a few years. I got permission from On the Mirror to record the stuff from on my end. So also Kim Royal. Check out NOISZ, NOISZ. That's our game. It's available on Steam right now. It's probably not on sale anymore, but hey, it's pretty cool. It's a neat bullet hell and rhythm and / visual novel ish. And there's my community, or the Georgia rhythm game community, Storm X League. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And our Twitch is Music Games ATL, but the rest of our social media is Storm X League. If you want to keep in touch with our scene, keep up with anything, like our online marathons, in-person events, if we ever get back to those again within the next 5 years. And yeah, just
hey, COVID's not going to last forever, brother.
Can't last forever.
There is some light in that tunnel.
Someday that vaccine's got to come out somewhere.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Vincent Kim.
Yep.
Yeah. Always love you, brother. You're longtime friend.
Yeah.
Like I love guys like you, friends like you who have passion and want to keep setting new goals.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, keep doing
Okay.
your thing too.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
All right. All right.